Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our faith planners for the month of January. And I've got some stamps here ready to go, as well as some black washi tape I may use, these Tombow Furunosuke pens, these Arteza Inconic pens, these Tombow dual tip brush pens, this Uniball silver pen, and some other various tools, including my favorite Jelly Roll Sakura pen in size 10. Okay, so yeah. This is my first time doing a bullet journal setup, and so it's a little bit awkward. I forgot to introduce my Micron 05 pen that I'll be using for a majority of the lettering and the main attraction here, which is going to be these snowflakes. Yeah, like I said, this is my first time bullet journaling, so I have no idea how long this is going to take, what is all involved. I just kind of sketched out what I think I want it to look like, and we are going to go from there. So this is going to be the cover page, and like I said, I'm doing a snowflake theme. I just looked online for different styles of snowflakes so I could get some ideas for how to make them, and I'm just going to do a nice little cascade going across the page for the title page. I've also marked out the center there for the January header and also penciled in a verse for the month, Psalm 52:8. Since I'm new to bullet journaling in all respects, I of course went and got some inspiration from some YouTubers and other bullet journalers online. I had the idea for the snowflakes. That was kind of my first idea. I thought that would be an easy, somewhat simple layout to do for my first time. I didn't really want to overwhelm myself, but then I don't know, I just picked snowflakes, which is highly detailed drawing, nothing simple. So I made it a little bit harder on myself with all of these details that I'll be drawing in on the snowflakes. But that said, I'm excited for this. It's my first one. We will just see how it goes, and if it doesn't go too well, maybe we'll change things up next month. So the idea here is to use some black washi as the headers. I think what I want to do for the entire year is to use black as a base color and then bring in one or two other colors each month and kind of keep it simple like that. So similar to what I'm doing now with the lettering, where I'm only picking a handful of colors to work with, 2 to 3 at the most. So that's the idea, and I'm hoping that that will make things a little bit simpler in the long run, just so that I don't, like I said, get overwhelmed for my first time taking a crack at this. Part of me wanted to do stickers instead of hand drawing, but it's one of the things that I really wanted to use this bullet journal for, is to try doodling and doing more themes where no stickers were involved. So I think that's the way it's going to go for the rest of the year. I really wanted this as more of a practice for that. I've never bullet journaled in my life. This is my way of kind of dipping my toe in, trying it out, seeing how I like it, and also improving my drawing skills a bit. I am penciling over the word January on top of the black washi tape, which I can see. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I could see it just enough to follow the outline. That way I could get the spacing right, because I was a little worried it would get off center. And I was just going to do black without highlighting the snowflakes, but I saw, of course, on the Bullet Journal Queen, Amanda Rachel Lee, she did a theme very similar to this, I think back in 2017, and she highlighted the snowflakes with the blue, which I just thought added a nice pop of color to the spread. So that's kind of what led me to that whole color scheme idea of just black and one color. I liked the highlighted effect of the snowflakes. I think it really added a lot to the design of the spread, just made it more full and enjoyable to look at. So I went ahead and basically copied that. So I'm not gonna lie, I got my idea from Amanda Rachel. So yeah, we're just gonna see how this goes. I'm also going to add in some light blue snowflakes, if you will, or like snow dots. And then I will also add in black kind of on top of it just to make it a little bit more visible to the eye, since that blue is really light and subtle, so it might even be hard for you guys to see it, but it does make a difference for sure when I look at the spread. And I think we've got the title page done. So let's move on to the next page, which will be my prayer list page. So for a minute, I thought I might cut down the washi into halves so it wasn't quite so big, but I just think that'll be too small if I cut it down. So we're just going to use the whole thing. And I've already penciled in the outline I think I want to do this month. This I just kind of came up with. I'm not sure if somebody else has done a prayer list in the same fashion, but I thought it would be nice to have it categorized into groups. And so I'm going to make 4 boxes here. One for family, one for friends, one for people in general, and then one for myself, so that I can kind of categorize the things I'm praying for. It's also one of my goals to pray more for people outside of my normal sphere of influence, so I think this will be a nice way for me to get that started and kind of think outside the box about people I could be praying for. And I mean people like our leaders, or people who might be homeless, people I don't know directly but may be suffering. That is part of my plan for 2022. And I've only drawn in just the basic sticks of each of the snowflakes on this one, so it's going to be me just trying things out and coming up with different designs as I go on the rest of these. I also had put some outline snowflakes at the bottom, but I think I'm just going to simplify my life and just do it here at the top. I think it's going to be a little bit much to draw out the bottom as well. But I do have a nice quote down there, which I'll fill in a minute. It says, "Pray without ceasing," and I think that'll be a nice addition to this page. So my basic formula for the snowflakes is really just arrows going up, little chevrons going up, little chevrons going down, dots, diamonds, and then occasionally like the hexagons in the center. That is a majority of the designs that I did, and I just kind of, switched them up as needed to make some variety. I'm also going to go ahead and shadow the boxes with this highlighted blue. I really thought I was going to bring in more of the darker blue, but as I was building this out, I think that sticking with just the lighter blue is going to have a better impact. So we'll just kind of limit the color scheme, like I said, and stick with the light blue and the black as the main colors. I'd also pulled some gray, and again, it just felt like the blue and the black was enough for me this month. Trying to simplify things, like I said. Don't want to make it too hard on myself this first time. So I'm going to go ahead and erase all the pencil marks. And I am a terrible eraserer. I get my page scrunched up a number of times in this video, so oh well. First time, you guys. Going to pencil in again the header there. It says prayer list. And I need to make adjustments so it's not off center. And then just going to color over the snowflakes again here. I have found that it's good to let the black pen sit for just a second before using the Tombow on top of it. It does a lot better without smearing if you do it that way. If you do it right away, there's a slight kind of pickup of the color, and so it just tends to be better if you wait a minute and then overlay the color ink with the Tombow pen. Okay, so I think we're done with that page. Let's move over to the next page, which is going to be my daily gratitude page. And of course I didn't clean my ruler before I did that, so don't do that. Make sure you clean it. And I pulled in some black that I didn't really want there at the top. And I felt like the ruler was just a little bit more trouble than it was worth, so we're just going to wing it and draw the lines across the page by hand. And now I'm just going to add in the numbers. So there's 31 days, so each day will have a line, and I'll write in a daily gratitude. And again, more snowflakes. Just trying different ideas with the diamonds and the arrows, like I mentioned, just to create some variety. And even though this took a little bit to set up, I really like how it turned out in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down some more washi tape. Let's do that header. It's a little bit crooked, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. And again, I'm just penciling in the header first so that I make sure I don't have any mistakes with the spacing. And okay, I think that looks good. Again, more erasing. I'm going to try to cover that line a little bit more if I can. And then add in the blue highlights here over the snowflakes. And lastly, a little bit of snow, and that will finish this page out. Okay, so next is going to be my first weekly spread, and this guy is, I don't know how it's going to work for me. I'm thinking maybe like a horizontal where I use 1/2 of it for the daily verse and maybe the other half for something else. I don't even know yet. I don't have a good plan. We will see. This is about as far as I got here, you guys, with the design, and then it's like, okay, what now? Maybe what I'll do, actually, now I think about it, I think maybe I'll write a brief summary of my daily reading there as well. So that's the idea. I do like doing my verse of the day. The lettering practice is really great, and I don't know, it's just going to be a little bit different. So we will see come January how it all works out in the end. But yeah, we're going to try this for now. So I've just wrote in the very first week so I can try it out, and if it doesn't work out, I can make adjustments on the next week. I had this idea to do the dates there with just a little circle, and then I was going to cut the washi with a punch, but I think the circles were going to be just slightly too big for this washi tape, so it wasn't going to work. But I wanted to bring in more of the washi tape because it's already on all the other pages, so I wanted that to be part of the theme. So I kind of decided at the last minute to do this little square bits here of washi tape for the dates. Again, it's just like 1 week, so if I don't like it, I can change it up next week. And then just 2 more here. And then I left the last space for a weekly devotional. I think that makes more sense, doing 1 devotional a week, since that's new to my schedule, and I don't again want to overwhelm myself. And then just doing a summary of the reading should be plenty there on each day with the verse of the day. So that's the plan for now. And I'm only going to mock up the very first week, like I said, because I want to try it out first and see what I think of this. I'll show everything at the end of the month in my flip through videos. That's how I tend to share all of the After the Pens. So if you're new to my channel and want to see the actual spread in action, how it looks, every month I post a flip through video of my entire planner, and I section it out per section of my planner. So I have my faith, my daily, my health, and my social media planners all together in that one video, but you can just jump to the faith if you don't want to see the rest of it. That's the way I usually share that information with you guys. So time to make some more snowflakes. And I'll speed this process up here in a minute just so that you guys aren't dying of boredom with me drawing snowflakes on the spread. So lastly, I have on my very back page of the month a monthly layout for tracking my reading schedule. So I use an app called YouVersion to do a daily reading of the Bible, and it has a plan already set in, so I don't really have to think about it too much, which is great. I think it would be nice just to have a visual log of what I've been reading, since it's a little bit harder to find that information. Once you've already read the passage, you kind of have to go through a lot to get back to the page. So I thought it would be nice to have a calendar each month just to show me the verses that I read for the month. So I'm just going to do a quick little calendar setup, and I did mess up there. I had added in lines at the top where I didn't really want to, so I'll have to fix that in a minute. And again, more snowflakes at the top. And then I'll put the header. The title of this page is going to be what I read this month, so that I have that there as a reference. I tend to go through the entire Bible each year, so this will be really nice to have all 12 months together. And yes, more eraser drama there to the page. I think I'm going to draw in the snowflakes first this time before putting down the washi tape, and add in the blue as well beforehand. I think that'll be a more efficient way to get this page set up. So if you guys have any suggestions for pages you might like to see in a faith bullet journal like mine, do leave them in the comments down below. I would love to try some new things. Always looking for good ideas. This is my first time, so if you guys have seen something that you really liked, a specific page style that you think would be kind of cool to see me mock up, let me know. I'd be excited to see what kind of ideas you guys have. And I tried to cover up those lines with my Sakura pen, but it's just not doing a really good job on those really thick black lines. So I'm going to have to do something else, I think, to really cover those up. And I'm penciling in the header again, just to check that spacing. It's a pretty long one. I think once I am done with that, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!